Hi guys, it's Josephine. Thank you for joining Modern Mystics. Today I'm going to be doing another tarot card reading for you guys. I've got the Matt Hughes Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck as usual. And I'm just going to get right to it. You guys have been sending me questions and let's jump right in. The first one is from May, and she is 30, and she asks, should I move in with my boyfriend? So let's look and see, yes or no, should May move in with her boyfriend? I'm trying to shuffle more up here. Well, I'm shuffling face up. Should May move in with her boyfriend? So we got Two of Cups. Two of Cups honestly can indicate marriage sometimes, so I think this would be a good sign. It is also kind of a decision card as well as like a sharing card, so I do think I'm gonna say this is a yes. I think that I believe that you will be having a good time together. So I suggest, yeah, share your living space and enjoy living together. I hope that you guys have a good time. Alright, let me look and see. I hope that answers your question, May. I'm gonna jump forward to Molly, who is 47, and she asks, what can I do to improve my outlook for the future? I think I'm gonna pull 2 cards for that one. Maybe even 3. Feels like a complex one. Something you can do to improve your outlook for the future. First one is Ace of Swords. You may need to be more direct and kind of cut out a lot of unnecessary stuff. Maybe you've been really passive recently, or maybe you've been really indecisive. It's time to kind of like cut all that out, stop playing the background, and stop like kind of not being certain of what you should do. I think like deep down in your heart you probably know what you need to do, and you know like either who you need to be more direct with or what's kind of keeping you back, like you're not being straightforward enough, maybe with others, maybe with yourself. So I'm going to pull another card to see if we can get a little more clarity on that one. Not going to shuffle again. Page of Wands. Yeah, I think that you need to be a little more proactive in life, and maybe you're letting other people make a lot of decisions for you. Maybe you're kind of like playing the background role and you keep waiting for it, like for you to get an opportunity to kind of do what you want to do, but you need to just take the initiative and kind of go out there and tell people what you want. Tell people what you want out of life. Don't wait for them to hand it to you. You've got to go out there and kind of grab it for yourself. Let's pull one more card. Let me pull this one. 10 of Cups. So you may also, maybe you're wanting to start a family. Maybe there's even somebody that you like, and you kind of want to make a move with them, but you're waiting on them to make a move. And I think you kind of need to just go after it. Like, go after what you want, and what you want might be a family. And just like, this also could be contentment. Maybe you need to be straightforward so that you can get to contentment. Because you're not content right now, and you're not going to be content with what you have right now. So you've got to start kind of zooming forward. Not zooming forward immediately, but like come up with a clear and concise plan. Don't keep just like waiting for something to happen. make a plan to like make something happen, and then you're gonna, I think, get to this point. And I hope that answers your question, Molly. I hope that that helps you. Alright, I'm gonna move on to Iris. Iris is 33, and she asks, what should I change about my work habits to improve my performance? Okay, so let's see. I'll pull a couple of cards for this one as well. I get like so focused, I will like just stop making any facial expressions. Alright, let's see. Change about work habits to improve performance. This one's kind of jumping out. The Artist. So this is one that only comes with the matte hues. It's not part of the original Tarot deck. This is one of the added ones. There's the Artist and the Well. And the Artist, I think that this might suggest that you need to get more creative with your work habits. Maybe you're kind of stuck in a rut. Maybe you're kind of like just on a loop, and it's really like kind of causing your life to be stale, and you need to get creative with it. It might be like rearrange your office. I'm not sure if you have an office, but like just find a way to like get organized in a way that works for you and be creative with it. And I'm gonna pull another card. Let's see. Clean into the right now. Three of Cups. Yeah, I think you really need to find a way to have more fun at work. I know that that can be really difficult, but it also might be like make more friends at work, or even work somewhere just like where you can be creative. Like maybe the place where you're working is not a very creative place, and you need to be in a creative place to really enjoy your work. And you need to be somewhere where you can kind of have fun with your friends and get along with your coworkers in like a real camaraderie type of way. And you want to be able to like be creative. You don't want to be stuck in the same routine all the time. If you are stuck in the same routine all the time right now, that's likely what's kind of causing the, not bad performance, but just like you want to change something about it. So I think, yeah, just try to have more fun and don't take it so seriously. Maybe get more creative with it. That is my advice to you. I hope that that helped you. Cause yeah, I know it can be hard to have fun at work. It might even suggest like get a more creative job. Cause some places just aren't fun to work. I hope that helped you, Iris. I'm gonna move on to Mabel, who is 37, and she asked, what should I do about the situation with my sister? Okay, let's look and see. Let's see what kind of the root of the situation is. Because sometimes we'll be in a situation and we don't even know what caused the situation. And I don't have very much information about the situation. Let's see. What's kind of like started the situation? What's the root problem here? Three of Wands. So maybe you had plans and things didn't go to plan. That still feels like kind of a vague problem to have, but maybe it's also just like indecision, like you had something that you wanted to do and you've just been indecisive about it for too long, and the plans never got made, and it was just like always in planning mode and they never got finalized. So that might be what it is. Let's look and see what you can do to kind of fix that or remedy whatever like plans they were that didn't work out. It says Five of Wands. So I don't know, maybe you have to kind of hash it out with her. Maybe you need to like, maybe you're both not saying anything and you're both kind of like, you don't know what to do to talk to each other, because you know if you talk to each other you might fight. But maybe you just have to have that disagreement and you have to put everything out there on the table, because otherwise if you're just like suppressing them all, you don't have to like get into a physical fight, you don't have to be in a brawl like these guys, but I do think you might need to hash it out, kind of. Like, be realistic. You don't have to be mean, but you have to be honest about how you feel about it. If you were hurt, you have to tell her you were hurt. If she was hurt, she needs to tell you. And then after that, you can kind of hug and make up again. But since it's wands as well, I think it's a kind of, wands is fire. So it's a passionate, something you both kind of feel passionately about, and this passion is not being expressed. And it's just like you're both kind of sitting on it. So I think, yeah, you need to just hash it out and don't have to be mean, but you do need to be honest. I hope that helps you, Mabel. I hope it goes well. I hope you guys can work it out. I'm going to move on to Alan. And Alan is 26, and he says, should I buy the car I've been considering? Should Alan buy the car he's been considering? Let's look and see. I wonder what kind of car it is. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking yes or no. Oh, 5 of Pentacles. You should not buy that car. It's either going to be a bad investment, or you just don't really have the money for it right now. Like, maybe you're like, I really want to buy this car, but I also really need to buy this kind of important thing. You should buy that other thing. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't think you should get the car. Sorry, Alan. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. But right now, money does not look, the money doesn't support it. Nope. Sorry, Alan. I hope that helps you. I hope you're like, woo, I'm glad I didn't buy that car in like a month or so. Best of luck to you. I'm gonna move on to Colleen. Colleen is 37, and she says, or she asks, what's in store for me next week? What's in store for Colleen? I'm gonna pull 2 cards for that one. Let's see. Two of Pentacles. So you're going to need to be a little bit flexible. You might need to kind of juggle some things, and it might be financially related. It might be you've got to juggle some money or move some money around, and keep an eye on your bills, keep an eye on your budget, and just be flexible because things may not go to plan next week. Let's see. Temperance. Yeah, it's a balancing act. It's a balancing act next week. You're going to have to compromise something. You're going to be like the exact outcome that you're looking for, you're probably going to have to kind of, it's going to be a little give and take. So if you have plans for next week, don't make them very solid. Make them kind of flexible plans. And I would say don't make any big promises next week. Try to just be like, if I have the time, I can do that, or I'll see what I have room for, but next week you might have some like unforeseen circumstances to deal with. So good luck with that, Colleen. I hope it's nothing, I don't think it would be anything bad, just like probably it's not going to be exactly what you thought was going to happen. So keep your plans a little open. And I hope that helps you, Colleen. I'm going to move on to Shane. Shane is 38, and he asks, what can I do to feel happier? Alright, let's look and see. And again, I am going to say I am not a professional psychiatrist or anything. I am just pulling cards so I can try to help you with your future. But if you're really struggling, then go see a therapist or something, because it's sometimes, you gotta be proactive, and if you just like always feel unhappy, then maybe you need to go to a therapist so that they can help you. But let's pull a card and see what we can do in the immediate future. Queen of Cups. I would say get more in touch with your emotions, get more in touch with just like being emotionally, not disciplined, but just like give yourself room to be emotional. Maybe you're kind of like, you're trying to be happy and you're trying and trying to be happy, but it's just like, if you have a bunch of things that you are sad about, it's okay to like feel the sadness and then let it go. You may need to like feel the sadness and like cry it out, or like watch a sad movie that kind of lets you have an emotional release like that, and then that way maybe you're getting this emotion out of your system. Don't like wallow in it or try to push it away, but just feel it and then let it go and be like, it's a new day, I can move on. And I think that's my advice. And I hope you feel happier. I really do. But yeah, I know that like sometimes you can try to feel happy really hard, but you just, if you really do feel sad, then you gotta just feel sad and then let it go and be like, okay, now I can move on. And that is my advice to you, Shane. I hope that helps you. I'm gonna move on to Roger, who is 45, and he asked, what can I do to have better luck? That's a good question. What can I do to have better luck? Because there are certain ways like to get in touch with, I would say Jupiter and Venus kind of rule luck in your astrological charts. And so I would also take a look at that. If you know anything about that, look into how you can kind of activate your Venus or your Jupiter to kind of have better luck in your life. Because it can be you're just like driving yourself in one direction and you can't figure out why you're not being lucky there, but all your luck is going to be in this other area for you. So let's look and see what the cards say. So it might correspond to that, I would say. Three of Wands again. Maybe you need to plan more. Maybe you're kind of like going into every situation kind of blind and trying to go with what fate, but you really need to kind of create your own luck through kind of more careful planning for the future. Let me pull another card. This one's sticking out. The Fool. These kind of don't go together in my mind, but maybe you need to plan more spontaneity. Maybe you're like kind of stuck in a rut. You're like, why am I not lucky? But you're kind of never really getting outside of your routine. And so yeah, maybe you need to just plan more fun and plan more things that are kind of like out of the ordinary, if that makes sense. Like plan to go somewhere you haven't gone before and kind of broaden your horizons. And go without like a super strict schedule, because like if you are like on a super solid routine, it's going to be rare that something breaks up that monotony, and this is how you break it up and get better luck. Because I do think like it's easier to create luck when you're like opening yourself up to more opportunities. So that is my advice to you. Plan some kind of random adventures, if that makes sense. Plan something out of your ordinary routine. I hope that helps you, Roger. I am going to move on to Elaine, who is 26, and she asks, what are my strongest traits and how do I leverage them to be more successful? That is another thing you can look at your astrological chart for. You can look at maybe your midheaven. Your midheaven is kind of like how you're going to experience success, and like with your public persona, how you can kind of like not make yourself more marketable, but make yourself more attractive to certain like businesses. And if you're like an Aries midheaven, I recommend kind of working for yourself and not really, maybe you're looking to other places to be successful, but you kind of can create your own success. But let's look and see what the tarot cards have to say. That's just like my little astrological input right there. Let's see. I'm going to pull 3 cards. I'll pull them all at once. Okay, you've got 2 major arcana cards in here, and you have 10 of Wands. I would say you're probably very good at multitasking. You are probably good at knowing your own mind and kind of not being influenced by other people. This to me kind of says, like, entrepreneur. Like, you can do the work by yourself, and like you can do the work of multiple people and not necessarily feel very tired. This is like you have strong intuition, so you can kind of guide yourself. You don't necessarily need a lot of like people telling you what to do. You don't need a boss, and you don't need somebody to show you the way because you've got your own intuition. And then Justice, you're I would say probably a decisive person, and you're probably someone that kind of keeps things above board. You want to do things the right way, and you want to do things like cleanly. So yeah, I think you could go into business for yourself, or you could be someone that has to do a lot of the heavy lifting and kind of stand on their own. Maybe a lawyer, maybe involved in the justice system actually. So that could be it. I think those are traits that you can definitely utilize to make yourself more successful. And also, you can just like do your own research. I mean, like, not you should do your own research, but you are able to do your own research. You have the capability to kind of teach yourself things that you might not necessarily have the access to a class or something. You can just like sit down and be self-taught. So yeah, you're a very independent person, and you can do a lot of hard work without needing a lot of guidance. So I would say definitely look into maybe being a lawyer, maybe being some type of activist, or maybe being just an entrepreneur. And I hope that helps you, Elaine. I hope you have a very successful career. Alright, I'm gonna look and see who's next. Candace is 32, and she asks, should I make amends with my best friend? I'm still really angry at her. Alright, let's look and see. I'm just gonna pull a yes or no card, because that is a yes or no question. Should I make amends? Ten of Pentacles. To me that says yes. To me this is an indicator that maybe this is a friend that you've had for a really long time. You've got kind of a legacy behind you, and it would kind of be a shame to throw away this friendship because it's been going on for so long and you really know each other really well. But then again, it's like if one of them depends too much on the other one, it's not going to be good. It's going to be like kind of an imbalance of give and take emotionally. So I do think yes, but obviously set your own emotional boundaries and kind of make sure that you know what's expected of each other in the friendship. I am going to pull one more card to go with that. It's another 10 card. 10 of Cups. I say yes. Yeah, I mean, like, it's like there is a lot of love here, and there's a long history here, so it would kind of be a shame to throw it away. Yeah. And obviously, if you need more time, you can take more time. If you're still angry, like, wait until this, like, rage subsides, and then talk it out and find out what happened, because I don't see this as being, like, she really meant to hurt you. I think you should make amends. That is my advice to you, Candace. So, I hope that helps you. Good luck to you guys. I am going to move on to Kathy, and Kathy is 23, and she asks, does my coworker have a crush on me? Should I make a move? Ooh. Let's look and see. Just yes or no. Should Kathy make a move? Oh my god. I have pulled this card 3 times now. I swear to you, I just shuffled. Um, yes. I do think maybe it's mutual. It is a mutual like here. Um, yeah, make a move. I would say make a move. Um, good luck to you, Kathy. This is a good sign to me. And I hope that helps you. Good luck together, you guys. I'm gonna pull one more. I'm gonna do one more question. I'm gonna answer Vicky's question. She is 35 and she asks, should I get back with my ex? So let's. Oh, a card jumped out. Page of Swords. I don't know. That one kind of seems like a no, but it could be a yes if you're more like direct with each other. Let me pull one more card. I'm gonna pull another card. That one jumped out. So I feel like you could have heard that on the video. Let's see. Ace of Wands. Now I kind of feel like it's a yes. I think it's a yes, but you need to kind of cut out the nonsense. There's some kind of nonsense there that's going on, and you have to make sure that that stops. And you need to be smart about it when you go back to it, because I do feel like there's a very passionate connection here, so you guys can kind of get overwhelmed with each other, but you need a fresh start, and you need to cut out all the nonsense. There's something where it's just like not direct enough. The communication is not direct enough, and it's not good for you guys. So yeah, be more direct with each other, communicate better, and I think you can have a fresh start. Because aces are always fresh starts. So yeah, I think it's a chance for you guys to start again. Yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna end it there. Thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciate all your questions, and I just hope you have a great rest of the week, and tune in again. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Bye.